It's Wilder Woods here in the Bloodworks Live studio. I think this is pretty special because I think this is the only time you're going to play to this few of people. Because it's, I mean, your music, it just connects instantly. We've been so excited on KINK to be playing Supply and Demand. But Bear, I mean, this is kind of a departure from your Need to Breathe days, sound-wise and approach.
More than kind of. It's, complete in some ways. But it's been really fun. I mean, a big point of it for me was to collaborate with some other people, obviously. My brother is in that band, and, you know, bands are democracies. Which is cool sometimes, and sometimes I like to be the boss. So it's kind of been a lot of fun.
Is Bear bossy? Yeah. No,
not yet.
Nobody's gonna agree. Not yet. It's early.
Being sweet, yeah, it's very early. This is the first. It's crazy. I mean, it's such a different experience. I mean, I was in a band for a long time before we would ever get an opportunity like this. So I'd played hundreds of shows probably before. We haven't played a show yet. So it's kind of wild and fun.
Yeah. Have these songs been kind of bottled up in you because they are a departure from what you've done?
I think so. I've always wanted to do it, and I think the subject matter has kind of been bottled up a little bit because when you're in a band, you don't want to step on anybody's toes. So I think some of the songs, Electric Woman, it's my anniversary today, and that song is about my wife. Yeah. And so that song came out today, the video for it and all that. But just that kind of thing is something I probably couldn't do. You know, include my wife is in the video, and so they called and they were like, you know, can we get a model? I was like, I got one. But just that kind of thing, including family. Wilder and Woods are my two boys' names.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old little dudes.
I'm glad you explained that because I had a question, but we needed to kind of set up that context. Is that your two sons, Wilder and Woods? What would you have done if, like, you had named your kids like Carl and Justin?
I don't think. Yeah. I
no
don't
offense
know.
to anybody named Carl and Justin.
Yeah. It's just not. It's not as sweet. Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I honestly, it didn't dawn on me at first. At first, I was like, maybe I'll call it Wilder because that's cool. Or I really, when I started down this path of doing it, my only goal was to finish a record by myself. You know? And so, but it worked out.
But I think you'd also agree as you have just the two boys.
Yes.
Yeah. You can't do one. You can't name your band after one. The project
That's right.
after one, because that other son, he's gonna be mad.
Yeah, totally. I don't know if they, you know, I had an experience where my dad was a musician. I found his records lying around when I was like 8 years old, and I did not think they were good or cool. And so I don't think my kids are gonna think this is cool.
Right.
But I hope that the lyrics at least, you know, have some of those things that look into them and to go like, you know, my dad took chances, and it's okay to make mistakes.
Right, it's one of the give them time; they eventually come around to it, right? At least you hope they do.
I hope so. But either way, I'm using their names, and they can't do anything about it right now.
They're kind of stuck. You kind of. My understanding was like when I first heard the first track presented to me actually was Supply and Demand, but there were a couple of tracks that were pushed out, but. At first, there was some mystery. People didn't know that it was Bear behind these songs.
Yeah.
Was that done on purpose?
It was. I don't know if it worked or not for what we were trying to do. I just wanted people to listen to the music first. It's hard once, you know, if you're in a band or whatever, you start a project, and people kind of expect a thing from it. So we were just hoping that some people would listen to it just on for what it is, you know. There wasn't a big marketing thing or anything. But it is kind of nice, a little anonymity. Never hurt anybody, especially a rock star. So
the music is beautiful. When will we get the full album?
August 9th.
Okay. So we're about a month away.
Getting close,
less than a month away.
Yeah.
Excited for that. And then you go out on tour, a real tour, like with, you know, like not
band,
that this isn't real, but
yeah, no, it's crazy right now. We're kind of piecing it together a little bit, but we know who the band is, and we're gonna have drums, bass, another guitar player. So,
and you'll be back in town October 4th at the Hawthorne Theater. That's something we're pretty excited about. So again, for everybody here, it's quite a treat to see you now, and then we'll get to go see you with thousands more people at the Hawthorne. I can't remember what the venue size is, but
thousands. We'll go
thousands more. We will go with that. Can we hear more music?
Yeah, love to.
Wilder Woods here in the Bloodworks Live studio.